Okay, so hi everybody. This is Sherri Mraz, Cookin Yogi, and today I have with me Lisa Kelly from Kelly Wellness Consulting. And I want to thank you all for taking the time out of your super busy days and being here. And I want to just say the main reason of why I invited you, Lisa, is because I am doing all the time the done for you cooking classes. And a lot of the health coaches, I believe, are maybe not always the most confident when it comes to presenting to corporations.
Okay.
And you being the corporate expert and with your program, and I know because I took it. And so I thought that we could talk about that today and share how this would actually help them get their lunch and learns, get them on their feet.
Right.
So if you don't mind, just tell us about yourself.
Thank you, and thank you for inviting me. I have quite an extensive and I kind of eclectic background. I've been involved in corporate training development, and in my other life, I'm a certified holistic nutritionist and a personal trainer. I do energy medicine and all the other wellness modalities. And I did that, in conjunction with my HR and training and development and my master's in adult education. I sort of did it all, concurrently over the years. So I worked in a really toxic work environment several years ago, and in a couple different environments actually. And I thought, wouldn't it be great if I could take my HR training and development experience and couple it with my health and wellness background and certifications? So about three years ago, I started to create what was going to be just a local workplace wellness certification program, which very quickly grew into a global certification program. So a year ago, I launched a workplace wellness ambassador global certification program with the help of our associates, and you are one of our associates. Thank you, Sherri. We have about 12 or so internationally right now that have helped with program development and delivery. So we're just about to go into, in April, our fourth iteration, our fourth launch of our program. And so we're so excited. We've certified over 45, almost 50 ambassadors to date, and master ambassadors, the new level of our program. And it is just going,
Amazing.
it's just going, it's incredible. It just is so incredible, the success that the program has had in just a short time period. And we're just growing in leaps and bounds with new
I mean,
programs.
that's a lot of people, Lisa, in one year.
It
So
is.
why do you think that is? Why do you think that there's such a huge call for corporate?
Well, it's really a sort of a hidden or a missed niche market, especially for health coaches in one respect. And there's always a need for health coaching within corporate. That's just a given. But how we present and deliver the program is that we encourage health coaches, look, you have skill sets that employees need, okay, and you need to connect with the employers. So through our program, we give you that training and foundation and skill sets and toolkits to do that. And then, in our masterminds as well for our master ambassadors. So we help bring the health coaches to the market. Now, in our program, we also have HR, we have nursing, we have wellness coordinators, we even had a rocket scientist, and we had a VP of a financial institute. So we have quite an eclectic mix, and that really works well because everyone gets to learn from each other and learn the different nuances of workplace wellness and learn what's involved in navigating around corporate to get into them and so on and so forth. So it's just really just been, it's almost been like I call it a magical experience. And one gal in a webinar the other day in my program said, Lisa, and she said this to people who were signing up for our program. And she said, Lisa, and said to the group, it was truly one of the best training experiences she's done. And this is a girl who's done a lot of training and has I guess, an HR degree and what have you. And I think also, we'll probably get into this, but I think that the thing that really is a quintessential part of the program is the group campaign project,
Oh my
because
gosh, yeah.
as you know, and you're one of our group leaders, they work virtually as you did in teams with the project leader and co-creating. Like last time we had someone from Hong Kong, Nigeria, working with people in the US and Canada virtually on a campaign, and then they presented it to our evaluation team at the end of the project. I mean, the skill sets they came, I did a chart of all the skills they developed, from virtual presentation to project management to communications to campaign development. And as a health coach, even if you never went into corporate, just the skill sets you get from our program that make you that much more of a stronger health coach just in and of itself. that being said, just about everyone aims obviously to go into do some level of corporate workplace wellness training and development with
Right.
employees, right?
That's very true. You can take your training. You don't even have to actually go into corporate because you're learning skills and all of the campaigns. I
Mm-hmm.
know because as you said, I worked on one. Those campaigns clearly can
Oh,
go down to working just with the public. You can
and they're
even do them
brandable
one
too,
on
so
one.
they are absolutely, and they lend themselves very well to wellness campaigns, and they're unique because unlike other campaigns, they're still fairly new out there, so you'll be first out of the gate. And for our masters, we also have a new master ambassador employer directory that we are going to be promoting through different channels to employers to really help boost them and connect them with their employee groups for health coaching. And so there's so many opportunities for health coaches for our program, and it just kind of blows my mind when I think about it, because all
Right.
this has happened in just a year. And a lot of it's because their ambassadors bring ideas. We have a support group through our Facebook and masterminds, and they bring so many rich ideas to me that we just roll with it, right?
Right. That always happens when you
Yeah.
get a bunch of people together who are like-minded anyway. The creativity just blossoms
Yes.
so much.
And we really have an inclusive process in our program that I involve, ideas, as I said, and I really try and walk the talk, because when they go to companies, I really want them to use an inclusive approach with their wellness committees and employees. Because when you have high involvement, you get high commitment, and that's engagement. And engagement is the word today in workplace wellness, because we need to get our employees engaged. And when they get engaged and they're working well as a team, they do better, the company does better, there's ownership for company success, and everyone wins.
Absolutely. And you know this. I mean, I do done for you packages for health coaches, and one of them is a corporate lunch and learn. That's been my experience that, there's a lot of corporate wellness has been around for a long time, but people really didn't get that engaged with it. It wasn't really that effective.
Right.
And so for me, that's why I took the food approach, because it became fun. They're going to a lunch and learn, and all of a sudden now there's this lunch, and
Right.
you're like kind of sneaking in the health information.
Uh-huh.
And people, if they're learning through fun, they will
Right.
learn. It's like kids learning the ABCs. It's in a song. There's a reason for that, right? It's easier to learn. So what do
Yes.
you think are some of the ways that you can, like, how do you and your ambassadors get people engaged in campaigns?
Well, as I said, they start approaching companies, and one of our gals is focusing on stress management with companies. So that's we have partnerships with Stress Master International, so our ambassadors, for example, can purchase that program as well, and their SMQ questionnaires to do with employees. So that's one of her areas. So she's gone out, she's done presentations to universities and dental offices and different groups, and is getting interest now to bring that specialty. And then, once you hang your hat with a company on a lunch and learn or a stress management program, then you can start saying, okay, look, here's the rest of what I can offer. And for
Right.
example, we have done a brochure for our ambassadors to take to companies, and it's brandable and customizable, so that we show them how they can bundle all our services and programs, and they've done that, and we've done that in the brochure, so they can start upselling, but start educating employers around the different areas of workplace wellness. It's not just about a lunch and learn. There's
Right. Oh
campaign,
yeah.
policy development. Excuse me. There's so many things that companies really should be engaged in to really create a truly effective, results-driven workplace wellness program.
I actually remember, and I took your program last year, so it's amazing I can remember. But when we were working on our campaign, that was something that we were really trying to be aware, mindful of, that it was for the employees, so what will keep them engaged. So we did
Right.
like a little reward thing.
Yes,
There
exactly.
were some little challenges, and I know that you have a lot of other campaigns in that database
We
that are
do.
along the same lines that
We
really
do.
do
We have
get
actually 8
people engaged.
campaigns now, from mindfulness to nutrition to stress management to uh, community well-being. We have a really great one that brings seniors in with companies and is it like peer mentoring. Oh my gracious, we have so many different campaigns that are a lot focused around health and nutrition and fitness that our ambassadors are taking and doing and getting really good results with. with their employer clients.
Yeah.
Or again, like some ambassadors are also full-time employed, so they work as ambassadors internally, or a percentage of ours are independent, so they go out as coaches or consultants and work independently as a wellness professional with their clients.
For me, because I was even a part of your after I graduated as one of the associates, listening into some of the groups that were going on after the next class, and I remember that. I remember some of the girls that were in there actually worked in HR for companies.
They did.
And so, it seems like it took like I said, the dryness out of it, because no one wants to really just hear lectures. So when there's this fun campaign, I think what you're doing is phenomenal. That's why, again, like I said, because the only way in my mind, because I'm all about the food thing, was to take the food in there and make it really fun. And believe me, they remember those lunch and learn. But it can't just food. There's so many other pieces. There's the stress, and I know that I have it from when I did your course, and it's on my computer. I listen to it. I love that 5-minute meditation at your desk. Okay. It's amazing. Mm-hmm. So little things. I know there's little things. Do you have any other things you want to mention that are about like women in the work? Because working with health coaches, that's one thing that's come across a lot for me is, and myself included, I'm not going to say that it hasn't happened to me. My desk right now, it sometimes builds up these crazy piles. We don't have a normal job when we're health coaches.
We have that need to
we work all the time, and
it's a bit of an occupational hazard. Excuse me. I fear, and sometimes we don't, and I'm guilty as charged. We don't always walk the talk and practice what we preach, and we have to sharpen the saw, to come back to Stephen Covey, and really be mindful of that. So a few things first and foremost, and I know this for myself, and I have a really busy month on with my promotional campaign for our April program, and for me, it's all about sleep. If I can get to bed and get to bed by 10 o'clock, that works for me. Any earlier doesn't really work, but I find sleep is so critical. And like I can get up, and I have actually got up at 5 a.m. this morning when I get to bed earlier. And oh my gracious, I did 4 3-minute recordings this morning. Normally it would take me a full day to get through them, but because I went to bed earlier this morning, I recorded them without having to do retake after retake, which I normally do, because I was fresh-minded and I could clearly stay focused, right? So that's what sleep does for us. Taking the time to eat. If I can't eat, I make sure at least I have a green powder, that I get that green smoothie in, throughout the day, right? I always keep my fruit on hand. My water is always on hand. So, sleep, nutrition. I'm not saying anything new. Health coaches are watching this, but we do need to be reminded of these things, right?
Exactly, because just because we know it doesn't mean that we remember to do it. Sometimes we are our worst enemy. Same with the, sorry.
I was just going to say, taking time to breathe.
Yeah.
Now, before I go into anything, I try and center and ground myself. And I do that 5-minute breathing, and I do a lot of mindfulness meditation, quick little 5 minutes here and there, or maybe have a power nap for 20 minutes to start with a meditation, before that, or do a chair meditation. I have a really active, 12-hour days lately, and those things, they keep me going. Like without doing these things and abiding by those principles and practices and strategies, I wouldn't be able to produce what I'm doing clearly.
And think about yourself, Lisa. And if I think about myself, when I am completely overwhelmed, I actually, like you said, you slept, you got through those recordings really quickly. Right. When I am organized and I'm rested and I'm taking care of myself, I am efficient and I can get my work done. Right. As soon as I'm overloaded, I'm not a good employee for my own business. So that is how it's important, I think, in corporate, when you're presenting or pitching that you want to come into corporate, it is true. Think about yourself. Your employees will become better employees when they are cared for. Everyone does better when and it's not even that some of them don't know it. They do need to be reminded.
And what being a health coach, or even taking a step further and becoming an ambassador, And I find even, doing this program is so enriching for my own life, my own personal development, because I'm always being reminded, if we're going out and talking to employees, we really do need to walk the talk. And so I'm thinking, okay, Lisa, start practicing what you preach when I fall off in some ways. And a couple of nights ago, I couldn't get to the gym, so I laid out my exercise mat. I got my ball, I got my weights by my computer, and myself and my dog will start doing our downward dogs. And so be kind to yourself. Some nights I can't get to the gym. It's a simple thing. I can't get to my Zumba classes, so I take 5 or 10 minutes. I walk up and down my stairs, or I go on my mat and I do things. So, and we're real. And so that's what we need to come across to employees, is that life happens. We need to be real and authentic. And when we come across, people will be relatable, as we know, and it builds credibility and the know, like, trust factor. And then they want us back for more, to do more work with companies, right?
You know what? You just said something that reminded me. I won't mention names, but there was someone in when I was an associate, someone in the group who was talking about a workplace program that she had been attended as an employee.
Right.
And she said they started out okay the first couple of weeks and everyone dropped off. And when we asked her why, she said it was because there was no relatability factor. The girl was very young. She came in like her pumps and dressed to the nines.
I remember that conversation.
Right?
Yes.
And they were all like women, in their 50s.
The midlife with little roll around their bellies. And yeah.
Tell us she has no clue
So
of our life.
So true.
But that's not to say that young girl isn't effective somewhere else.
Exactly. And she can still come in and be relatable, but you really have to know your audience. And we talk about all these things in our program, right? And so really customize and really zone in and focus in on what their pain points are, what their needs
Absolutely.
are. And really, so yeah, I mean, I can come in and still be, thinner, if you will, than others. And I've taught Weight Watchers in years gone by, and what have you. And yeah, it's all about your approach. It's really all about your approach,
Yeah,
right?
because you don't have to be heavy, you don't have to be thin, you have to be real, like you said, real. So don't try to change yourself. My advice would be, and you're the expert, but don't try to become all corporate and show up a certain way. Just be who you are and tell your story. Even to corporate, they want to know, oh my gosh, I had asthma, I had, a stress condition, I had, until I did XYZ to change my life.
Right.
And then I think they listened. Then there's engagement. So
exactly.
Even me, I'm teaching cooking classes, and they're like thinking I'm some kind of gourmet cook. And I tell people, I'm like, stop thinking that. Because I'm not like a 5-star chef. I'm just a real person who is trained in nutrition, but who is going to try to keep it as simple as I can so that you can recreate it for yourself. There's no point in me trying to teach you gourmet recipes if you're trying to just do healthy recipes. Because then I'm making it about me.
Yeah, well, I always say if there's more than 5 ingredients, I ain't cooking it. So, keep that in mind when you're doing recipes. People want, they want healthy, want to eat healthy, but they want simple. People want simple in their lives today, right?
Oh my gosh, yeah.
And so we need to keep it simple, right?
Yeah.
So that's just to tell you a little bit more, because I know you wanted me to bring in about the program. Really, just in a nutshell, our program offers such a solid foundation to launch a career in workplace wellness. I'm just looking at my cheat sheet, if that's okay. It really offers experiential, hands-on, and applied training for on-site or virtual work. So, we've got some people who are full-time employed, and they do virtual work with employees not after hours. So there's always that opportunity as well. We offer professional growth and development for your existing career, to move you forward as a health coach. If for some reason, which an unlikely event, you didn't want to get into workplace wellness, you'd be so much stronger as a health coach with our tools and resources and your network. We offer live webinars, archive presentations, case studies in workplace wellness, done for you marketing toolkits with brochures, rec cards, pricing guidelines, proposal templates. It's really, we've added so much to the program in the past few months, and not the least of which is our industry expert coaching through our webinars and our mastermind, 3 sessions after the program for those who do the master program. And then we have a Facebook group for our ambassadors and our master ambassadors. So it really is, we have toolkits. The program is so hard to explain because it's so content and process rich that, that just really gives you a small snippet of, of what we offer.
Yeah, I was looking to see if I had my binder here, but I
Yeah.
decided that might make everybody be.
Well, no, there's, if I've been accused of anything, it's probably giving too much information.
But it's
But
good because you can pace it. And I know for a fact you told me you broke it out too. So you have like some extra things. So some people can delve into that if they're
exactly.
really like research minded. Like a
Right.
person like me, I'm not that research minded. I like facts.
Right.
But then I just want to delve into more like get to work, which is why I
Right.
created my Done For You, because I feel like some people just want a turnkey.
Yeah,
With
but
this
when you're going to the market though with your presentations, you really need to have those facts and case studies behind you. So that's why we include that as well to really
Great.
help you build those strong proposals, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Yeah.
So, just in for the sake of time, if I know that you have a webinar, I think it's next Wednesday and Thursday. That's more information that they can sign
Sure.
up for, and I'm gonna have this. This will. I'll run the recording for the week, and then people can click on and your link and get more information. I'm going to show my corporate Done For You
Yeah,
lunch.
absolutely. I mean, if I could just speak to that, yeah, and just to reiterate, we do have, we've had a bunch of webinars. We've got a number of people signed up. We do have a limited enrollment of 25, so we're picking up registrations pretty quickly. So next week will be our last week when this is probably going to be aired for registration. So we do have two information webinars, one on March 30th at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard, and one on Thursday, March 31st at 12 p.m. Eastern Time. And so if you want to register for either of those webinars, certainly contact me at info@kellywc.com. And, our program does start April 4th. So it's just, another week and a half away, really,
Well,
since we're recording this. But I think, Sherri, your program, your cooking programs are excellent. And as we've talked about before the recording, they will offer, we're going to bring them somehow into our program and make them available to our ambassadors on a fee level. So I think they're amazing, and they offer another element that we don't have in our program because they don't have any cooking done for you elements or packages in our program. So they would complement our program so nicely. And so whoever maybe signs up for our program through you, I know we're going to have some arrangement made that they can get a discounted program of yours, and
yeah.
then they can really hit the ground running if they want with a cooking class. And one cooking class will more than pay, for example, the cost of your program, right?
Oh, absolutely.
And the same way with my own program, like going out and doing a workshop or whatever, will
Yeah.
half the cost of your program is paid for just in one delivery.
Right.
So yeah, for sure.
So I thank you, and thank you for reminding us that it starts April 4th, because that is coming up.
It
And
is
so, and you said info at Kelly
info at kellywc.com.
Yeah, I'll try to. I will. I'll put that in the underneath our video when I post it, also, in case anybody has any questions, if that's okay.
For sure. No, for
Yeah.
sure. And I really thank you. I think this was a really good opportunity to give me an opportunity to share with your viewers and your contacts a little bit more about the program. And I know I'm really excited about the opportunities of us continuing, partnering. Like, you're my associate, so obviously we keep close touch. But I really want to bring your programs into our fold as well, and somehow start including them, because I have actually purchased some, and they're very well done. I think they would really nicely complement our program. And just to really quickly say, which I didn't say, it's when you're going to the market through our credential program and you'll become certified and get certification credentials, you are that much more valuable and in demand by employers, because not only do you have the credentials in, but you've got some really strong programs behind you. And so when you can go to companies and you know how to speak the corporate speak about, what drives employees, and when you can speak the HR language, and that coupled with the fact you have some really strong programs behind you, I mean, you're off to the races, and you will be, turning away work before you realize it.
Yeah, and that's really super important. We didn't have time to like go so into that, but when they learn this from your training, I mean, there's huge benefits for a company to bring you in. They're going to, you know, I mean, some of them get insurance, like there's just a lot of things. I don't even want to get all into it, but
we show ambassadors how they can work that in, you know, in their marketing, you know, presentation to the companies as well. Whether, you know, through the programs they take, they can build it in as professional development for their employees, or some may give, you know, their employees insurance breaks if they attend so many workshops or lunch and learns or get involved as a wellness committee member. They're just, you know, I'm surprised no one has kind of done their program before because there's so many prime opportunities to really help drive workplace wellness in organizations through our ambassadors, and we're seeing it already in you know, within the year of launching the program.
And you know, what not everybody realizes, they have a budget. Most companies have a budget for this. So don't feel bad to go in and present your idea, because they're looking to spend the money. If they don't spend it, they don't get it again. Right. So they do want to stay, keep that budget going. Right. So, I just have to tell you something funny. As we're sitting here, you know how the little thing flashes by when you get an email or a message, and it was actually somebody that was in my group when I was doing my campaign, when I was in your course. And
really?
Yeah, it's amazing. Like, we really did stay connected. So you do build, on top of that, you build these relationships that last forever, because we're really sort of in the trenches together. So we run ideas by each other, and it's
well, that's so true. Like in our Facebook group just today, I needed some help. I put out a call, and within minutes, people gave me some ideas. And that happens every day for each coach when they're doing a proposal, they need help. So we have a really tight, close-knit group, and everyone's so supportive to help each other. You know, and it may not be workplace wellness, it may be health coach related, and that's fine. Yeah. I'm completely open, because, you know, one set of skills complements the other, right? So it really, it's just a wonderful program, and I'm thrilled. I'm so, you know, enjoyed every day, and to get to work with health coaches and the people I get to work with.
And I'm honored to have you. Thank you for being here and blessing us with your time, because you are one hardworking lady, and you put together some phenomenal information, and you bring on all these in your program amazing guests, and they're from all over the world, I happen to know. So
Australia to UK, I think US, yeah.
And you are very thorough. So
thank you.
So I thank you, and I think we'll just do, like, because I know we're going to do some kind of offer, but I think we're just going to do that through
yeah, I have a really nice little meditation gift, and we're going to decide. I have a couple to pick from, so I'm going to decide between, you know, the two of us which one. But there will be a little nice little, I think you said the meditation you use from me, you find quite valuable. So I'm thinking of including that as a little gift.
I really love that. It's great. You just sit at your desk, and it just calms you just to get your mind clear to start your day. Yep. So, and it'll be easy, because, and if somebody I know you had a weight loss meditation you mentioned too, that's up to you. But if it's okay with you, when they watch the video, if they send you an email,
sure,
at the info at KWC.com.
Yes.
They can request one of the
meditations. I'll send it to them.
And we're going to do a discount also on my program. Anybody who I'll put my email in there too, and you can just let us know. So yeah. Thank you. It was fun talking to you. I missed you. It was great spending time with you.
We haven't connected in so long.
All right. I'm going to end.
Take care. Yeah.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.